Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we're back to watch our favorite Arbonne Huns mother and daughter, Debbie and Brooke Neal. I have covered them a few times before. This is gonna be one of those videos where both of them share their stories and how they ended up in Arbonne. And I thought it would be interesting to hear both of them and compare them to each other, because I think that Brooke is only successful in Arbonne because her mom, Debbie, was already in Arbonne for like 15 years at that point, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. I've not watched this as per usual. And before we get into the video, don't forget that you can click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here, and let's just get right into this.
You guys, I have a special guest today.
She does.
This is my mom.
And she's probably a little bit nervous because I just go with the flow.
Yeah, I'm like, what should we say? She's like, let's just go with the flow. So let's just go with the flow. We're making our drinks. My mom stopped by for a few hours. I'm so excited. And
that's one of the greatest things about what we do, you guys. When she lived with me, like she moved out a year ago, and I know that she's supposed to spread her wings and go, but I just keep showing up like every other day. So I'm so grateful that I've created time freedom in my life so I can just come like every day and visit. And now we can make fizz.
We can. That's really, that's the best thing about Arbonne. You can actually truly design every one of your days, and I'm so thankful for that. She actually called me yesterday. She's like, I'm going to be in the area. And I'm like, oh, where are you going to be? It was over an hour from where we are right now.
Speaking of,
like, I could just stop on by. I'm in the area. Anyway.
But speaking of design, you guys, the reason I was going to be in the area is because I went to design some things in my kitchen, and I drove an hour and a half in the wrong direction. So, and I share that with you really not to impress you because it's not impressive, but to impress upon you. If you ever like watch us in the business world and think maybe I need to be a genius to do what they
in the business world, more like in the scammer world, in my opinion. But also, if you want to have time freedom, do whatever you want with your days, make your own schedule like I do right now. I'm a freelancer. I edit videos for YouTube. If you didn't know, I edit videos for Erin and Julie. I am my own boss, actually. When you join Arbonne, you're joining as an independent contractor. Neither Debbie or Brooke here are their own bosses. Both of them can be terminated by Arbonne. Both of them, like Arbonne, can just go affiliate. Oh god, that would be great, wouldn't it? They can lose their whole downlines. They're not their bosses. It's not their business. So yeah, sure, if you want to have time freedom and be able to make your own schedules, then you have to do something else. You might get that in Arbonne, sure, but you're gonna be working for free in Arbonne. So there's that.
To do what they do. I just want to keep it really real because I was an hour and a half from where I needed to be, and then I came here. So
it was a blessing. You're meant to be here. Anyway, let's share what we're making, and then let's share a little bit about our stories, like how you found Arbonne, because I found it through her. So I'm gonna be making. Just got a fresh box of fizz and greens. I'm so excited. Somebody just said, I love you, Debbie.
I love you. I'm so glad she's reading it to me because I don't have my glasses on and I can't
read the chat. But
I'll read it after.
These greens, this is fruits and veggies, and it also has what makes this so special. It's not just a full serving of fruits and veggies like a lot of other greens powders. It also has prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes to help you with your gut health, breaking down your food, improving your regularity, and also has a vegan collagen builder for your hair, skin, and nails. So I'm gonna add this. I have this every day. She had hers already.
I had mine already.
And then we're both gonna have a fizz. I'm having mango peach. What flavor are you having?
I'm having blackberry.
Blackberry, all so good. These are my two favorite flavors though. And this is a great replacement for like coffee, soda, energy drinks.
I probably did that off cue.
No, that was fine. That was perfect. We have these every day. It's a sustainable boost of energy without the spike, without the crash. You'll just feel good all day. It's slow releasing over 4 to 6 hours. So we're going to make this. I'm going to cut this with a scissor. Why don't you share a little bit about how you were introduced to Arbonne? You guys, she's been with Arbonne for 18 years.
Almost 18 years. And I'm actually, this time of year, I'm really, really sentimental about this business, because to give you guys a snapshot of my life, 18 years ago this month, I was praying for Arbonne. I was praying, but I didn't know what Arbonne was. I never
Not
saw
actually
the thing.
For Arbonne.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times when you're praying, you don't know how God is going to answer your prayers. Right? So what I was praying for.
Here we go with the spiritual manipulation. Also, I remember from one of the previous videos that I covered, Debbie or Brooke, one of them was saying how Debbie thought that people in MLMs don't do anything. They just sit around and try to, I don't know, she said something. She was very judgmental towards the industry and other MLMers until she realized that, oh, this actually is not what I thought it was. She was such a skeptic, and then she decided to try it, and then she became successful. So yeah.
Or I walked away from a corporate job 5 years before that to be a full-time mom, to be home, to be present with my kids, and I loved it.
Just because you are home with your kids, it doesn't mean that you are present, by the way.
My kids are my why, my everything.
I'm not saying that Debbie wasn't present. Obviously, I can't know that, but I'm just saying in general. And also, if you're a working parent, that doesn't mean that you're not a present parent, which is something that I feel like she slipped that one in, making it sound like if you're a working parent, you're not present enough, you're not a good enough parent, which is bullshit.
But I started to miss me. I started to miss earning money, let's be honest with you, because as much as people like what they do, they also like earning money. So I missed that. I missed having the money conversation. I really don't do well with the money conversation. But I missed my drive, my ambition, like my life outside of my children. And as a mom, I think as a parent, it's really important to have a life outside of your children. So even though I show up daily, I do have loves and passions outside of my kids. So long story short, I just started journaling and journaling and journaling and journaling. I wanted something that would create more time, more flexibility, no glass ceiling, merit-based, something where I could train. I used to be the director of training for a large pharmacy. I wanted to help others, empower others, live my best life. And I didn't know what the answer to that prayer was. And I was at a backyard barbecue one day, Memorial Day weekend, and somebody started to talk to me about Arbonne. Quite honestly, you guys, I thought she was just making conversation and be polite. You ever go somewhere? What do you do? What do you do? We see your kids. What do they do? But all of a sudden, after the conversation developed, I'm thinking, I showed interest to this woman, and she now thinks I'm interested, and I'm not. I'm just not. But she asked me 2 questions that day.
That shows the sad truth about MLMers. Like, you talk to them to be polite, or you talk to them because you genuinely want to make friends, and all they want is to recruit you into their MLM or sell you their MLM products. And the way she said that, like, I showed interest by talking to her, and now she's gonna try to get me into this MLM. Because that's why she spoke to me in the first place, right? She spoke to you because she wanted to recruit you, while you spoke to her because you wanted to talk to her.
And they stopped me in my tracks. And so I'm just going to put them out there because those 2 questions provoked and awoken something inside of my soul that I was like, I'm meant to listen to this. 1, where will you be 5 years from now if you keep doing what you're doing, especially financially? And 2, what if something unforeseen were to happen to the main source of income in your household due to layoff, cutback, injury, divorce, death? How long could you currently go on what you have saved? And originally I thought I was above this opportunity. You guys, when I walked away from corporate, I was watching 7 kids under the age of 5. So
babysitting.
I was basically a professional butt wiper, and I thought I was above this conversation. But those 2 things made me want to hear more. So I opened up my mind to what was possible.
I love it. And now she is a top income earner with Arbonne. She's been with Arbonne for the last almost 18 years.
And you can see earnings.arbonne.com.
Yes. There's more information about the compensation plan, but you guys, like the financial choices that she was able to make. We've been able to travel the world as a family on our own, but also through Arbonne has incentive trips every single.
Not compensation plan. You should take a look at the earnings.com, like Debbie said. Brooke said something completely different. The income disclosure statement, if you're new, it's going to be linked in the description box below. You can take a look at it, and you're going to see that the majority of people in Arbonne, the majority of distributors, the majority of people in their teams, in their downlines, are not making any profit. They're working for free so that Brooke and Debbie here, they reap all the benefits basically off of people's hard work.
Every single year that I've grown up going on, we've been to the Bahamas and Puerto Rico. Right now there's a trip you can earn to Costa Rica, but even before I was a consultant, like we had traveled all over the world, my mom was able to be fully present. yes, she was able to before as a stay-at-home mom before Arbonne, but because of Arbonne, she wasn't stressed. She was able to be fully like mentally there, and she was able to build something from the ground up. I was able to watch that. She was surrounded by positivity. It was just amazing and so inspiring growing up, and I loved being a part of it. I loved coming to events with her and watching her, and I always knew I'd be a part of it one day. I'll transition a little bit into my story. It was one of those things that I'm like, oh, I'll totally do this. Like when I'm a mom, this is the best thing out there, because I watched my mom be able to be home with us and be able to provide and be able to, be around awesome people and travel. And I knew I'd do it one day. Wasn't sure when that day would be. You can become a consultant when you turn 18, but I turned 18 and I'm like, I'm going into college. I don't know that many people. I have no experience. Maybe my mom was just successful because she had corporate experience. Maybe that, like, every fear was in my head. And I say that because
Do you guys think that Brooke is successful because Debbie helped her? Also, I mean, Brooke, obviously, she mentioned she was going to the events with her mom. I think she meant that when she was a kid. So her mom was dragging her to MLM events as a child. Brooke literally grew up in this MLM. I think she's very, very brainwashed. I think she's completely brainwashed, in my opinion. I have watched one of Brooke's old live streams and she kept saying like, Arbonne is a force for good in the world and things like that. I don't even know where to start with Brooke, but I'm just gonna say that I think she's very brainwashed. I think she grew into this cult, in my opinion, and I'm not sure that she's gonna get out. I don't know. I don't see it really. Not yet anyway, not in the near future.
I know anytime we do something new, for me it was Arbonne, but for you in any other area of your life, like, it's scary. Our brain wants to keep us in the familiar and what we've done before because it knows that we've survived up until this point. So I had every fear. I went to college, really didn't think about it. I've always used the products, always loved them. We have nutrition, makeup, skincare, hair care, the cleanest ingredients, the best quality. They perform better than any products I've ever tried before, truly. But anyway, I finished my freshman year of college and I was just like, why am I putting this off? I started to watch other people, 20-somethings, grow this business while they were in college, graduate, and have all the freedom and flexibility that I watched her have my whole life. I'm like, why would I put that off until another totally different season of my life when I could create that now? I have 3 more years of college. What if I were to start? What if it goes wrong? Sure, we can think about that. But what if it goes right? What if I can do this? What if I meet awesome people? What if I can further my health? Because let's be honest, I needed to when I was in college. I was not focusing on that very much. So I knew I could further my health. I knew I could gain experience. That's what college is really all about. I knew I would gain new skills. This was something I had never done before and I would need to learn new things, but it was a great opportunity to do so. And I knew that skills were transferable. If I wanted to pursue something else at any point in my life, I would be able to be better at that because I did this and did something scary and learned how to talk to people. And social media was something I did not know how to do. You don't need to do that to build this business.
You can learn how to talk to people and how to do social media without joining an MLM. I can't think of a single skill that you learn in an MLM that's transferable to other things, other jobs, other parts of your life even.
My mom's barely used that to build hers.
Maybe public speaking, if you manage to get comfortable with public speaking, I guess. But then again, you might not need that in an actual job. Depends what you do. Like, I don't know.
But that's the cool thing. We just we use products, we share products, and we help other people do that same thing. So,
you know what I'd love to talk about for a second,
let's
you guys?
talk about something. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about some objections in this business. So some, not objections, but objections to saying yes to this business. Because I believe, I don't know if this is connect with any one of you, but there are people curious about this, but they think of what could go wrong and what if this doesn't work and what if my friends think I'm crazy. I want to give you a different perspective. Every single thing in life is an exchange. Every single thing is an exchange. So maybe you could have a corporate job, and I'm not knocking a corporate job, it just wasn't for me. And you might be commuting. Maybe you have a boss that you don't love. Maybe you don't own your time. Maybe you feel like you're overworked and underpaid. Maybe you feel like you're going to...
Speaking of overworked and underpaid, in an MLM, if you join, you're just going to end up working for free because the majority of people don't make any money. They don't make any profit in an MLM. Arbonne including. Talk about being overworked and I'd rather be overworked, underpaid, than be overworked and not paid at all in an MLM.
You're going to run against 12 other people, 20 other people for a promotion. And maybe you feel like somebody less qualified is going to get that promotion. Maybe a drawback could be, oh my gosh, I have something amazing going on in my life or really hard going on in my life and I don't have the time off. I can't be there when it matters most. That's an exchange for some jobs, right? So when I took a look at this business, it was scary to me. I didn't know anything about the network marketing profession. There was no guarantees for income. I did not have a boss. What if people said no to me? And let me tell you something, I've seen it all. But I had a clear vision of what I wanted for my life. We have one life and we have absolutely no dress rehearsal. And so for me, every single reason that I was thinking of not doing this business was the very reason that I jumped into this business. Because you have to make a list in life of what is the most important to you. And the thing that's the most important to me is a day like today, where I could say to Brooke, Ryan has a game at 7 and I'm free from 2:30 to 7. Can I come over? That to me is really important. And I don't want to make any false claims. Freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't free. So when you hear about a business that has the ability to create time freedom, I said no to a lot of things. I said no to certain social events. I said no to certain lunch events. I said no to a lot of things by choice. It's different when you work for somebody like, I can't come because I'm working. This was an inspired action where my heart was on fire, so passionate about building a community and a business that it was a really easy no. But I was willing to say no to things because I wanted to have a yes life, to lead a yes life. And that took a lot of sacrifices. It took a lot of no's. It took a lot of people judging me for what I do. Let me tell you something. I don't know if any of you have tried to pay your bills with other people's opinions, but it doesn't work. And so I made a decision that my time was not for sale. And I was willing to pay any price to own my time. There's times that I've gone to other countries to build this business. There's times that I've gone to other states. There's times where I wasn't home to tuck my kids in. And at the end of the day, they knew why I was building this.
This is one of the things, though, that Debbie says that's a little bit different than the usual MLM spiel, at least that we hear, because usually MLMers recruit people into an MLM based on saying, oh, when you join, you're always going to be home with your kids, you're always going to be present, it's so great. But at least Debbie here says a little bit more honest, and she's like, well, I mean, she doesn't say that even if you're at home, you're always staring on your phone working. But at least she says, I was traveling, I was going to different states and countries and whatever to work this business and build this business and whatnot, so I wasn't always present with my kids. So at least I can kind of appreciate that part, because even in an MLM, you're not always going to be present, you're not always going to be home, and you're not always going to be there with and for your kids. But like I said, that's one of the main reasons, it's one of the main whys of how these people, MLMers, recruit people or stay-at-home moms and moms in general, parents in general, into an MLM.
Totally.
And it was worth it. And after 18 years, next year, May 30th, it's a really big day for me. So if you want to say happy anniversary on May 30th, feel free to reach. Because when I said yes, May 30th, and then I'm going to turn it back to Brooke in a second, you think, yes, I said yes. But saying yes, whether it's to parenthood, a business, a relation, anything, that's the easy part, right? I said yes, I felt like I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof. But every year I realized more and more the significance of my yes. Because I said yes, because I wanted the ability to build a better life for me and my family. To do that, you have to build leadership and vision and belief and courage. And people will quit this business. People will say they're going to the top, and they're so gone next week. You want to call missing persons. You don't know, things happen in this business. And so it was all totally worth it. So when my anniversary comes, I have VPs that don't even speak English. I have people that are leading a yes life because somehow my yes and my leadership got connected to them. They're in my business. And I realized that if I would have said no, or if I would have shrunk when other people thought I was crazy, or if I would have quit when this business got hard, because things get hard, right? But you got to pick your hard. You have to pick your hard. To me, working for somebody else, leaving my house at 6 a.m., being told what I'm worth, and somebody telling me you can't have the afternoon off to go see Brooke, that's hard to me. That's hard to me. Somebody not picking up the phone because they think that I'm crazy is not hard. Like, I'm sharing this business with my heart. So every year, May 30th, I'm like, it's now 18 years of pure bliss. And pure bliss doesn't mean pure easy. It means pure bliss. Like, it's loving this no matter what. And I believe we haven't seen anything on any level to where this company is going to go.
It really is so exciting. And one of the things I love so much.
MLMs are sinking, in my opinion. They have been struggling for a while. But in general, all MLMs are struggling. And where is this company gonna go? I really don't see anything getting any better for any MLM out there, including Arbonne.
Much about Arbonne is that it's been around for 44 years. That's so important to me. It was around for how many years when you started? 20-something? 27 years.
When you're joining an MLM, though, that's not important. When you're joining an MLM, you should actually want to join a company that's pretty fresh. Because if you join an MLM at its early stages, then you have some chances of being successful. But if you join it after 44 years, it's oversaturated and you're never going to be successful unless you have a big following on social media, maybe that you can recruit into your team. Otherwise, the fact that it's an old company is actually a bad thing when you're joining an MLM, Brooke. So
27 years. We have the stability, we have the history. Our brand is not going anywhere. The fact that we're still growing and thriving today, when you started, they just had skincare, like a few skincare products. Now Arbonne has over 400 products in nutrition and skincare and makeup and body care and hair care. Like, we have something for everyone. And the growth that we are seeing, my point is, we have like the perfect partnership of, we've been here for a long time. We have a really stable company. We have such a sustainable brand, and we have proven that decades and decades of being in business, but we still are constantly innovating, constantly having new things, constantly, like, the momentum that we're seeing now and the growth that we're seeing now is just, I'm so excited. And we're going into like the best unprecedented times of growth within this business. So I am pumped. This has been great. This was just a little bit about our stories. If you have any questions, I actually have a link in my bio that you can fill out with more information on how to work with the both of us directly. You can send us a message. We'd be happy to answer any questions, but we really love these products. We've already drank some of ours. Her fizz is almost gone here.
And you know what the purpose of life is? Like, dream big. You know, so often, I know she was ending it, but I always have so much to say.
Oh, there's Jill.
So many times.
There's my mom's college roommate.
Oh, Jilly. She's been texting me all morning. She's ready to kill me. So often we end up getting a job and earning money. And most people live for Fridays and they dread Mondays. We're here on this earth for a blip of time. And I know that sounds really morbid, but that's really the fact of life. The goal every day is to do something that's going to bring you joy, that's going to light your soul on fire. And that doesn't mean it's easy. You know, life begins when we step out of our comfort zone. Life begins when we live a life that's actually, I believe, God's potential for our life.
I don't agree that life begins when we step out of our comfort zone. What do you guys think about that? Let me know down below.
And it does come with having courage and having faith. And what I love about this business, you can go to earnings@arbonne.com. I saw the income potential, the potential.
Love that when an Arbonne Hun is about to make an income claim, they always say that before. At least they give you like a warning. Oh, here it comes, an income claim.
I didn't see what was probable. I didn't see what was average. I saw the potential. But I also just want to give you one more perspective. You might be somebody that's maybe college age.
So she's also trying to say, in my opinion, this is how I understood this. Go see our income disclosure statement, but don't look at the averages or medians. Just look at the potential. Look at the 0 point something percent of people that are earning a bunch of money in Arbonne. Like, that could be you. No, it can't. Unless you have a big following on social media, you're never gonna get there. Also, would you really be a type of person who wants to scam other people out of money so that you can get benefits and get rich? I'd rather not.
Maybe college age or my age, which I'm not quite college age anymore, 52. And maybe you're looking to just make a little bit of money. You want to bring extra money in your household. Some people look to get jobs. I don't even know what the going rate is today. I don't know. Is it 10?
The going rate?
I don't know what an hourly rate is.
The going rate.
Is it $10? Is it $15? I don't know. But there's no way you're doing something like that that's like, oh my God, I want to walk on water to get there because my soul's lit on fire. You're doing it to make money. What if you like fell in love with these products and you sold products? And
there's nothing wrong with doing your job just to get the money. Not everyone can do something that they absolutely love and lights them on fire. But then again, how many people do you have in your downline, and how many of those people are actually successful, are actually reaching that potential income that you are talking about here? I think very little people, very few people out of her huge downline. So, and in my opinion, you're a scammer. So if that lights you on fire, then it says a lot about your character, in my opinion.
And I don't know, make a couple of $100 a month, make a couple of thousand. You could sell as much as you want from your phone, from your laptop, from anywhere you want. And then where the earnings potential comes in is, I don't just sell product. I teach other people how to sell product. I built a network. I built a global network in every single country that we're in. And some people could, let me tell you one of the hesitations. Wait, one more. You answer. One more hesitation, you guys. The battery's dying. Another big thing is, I can't sell. You're all selling every day. Totally. You go to Starbucks, you're sharing your drink. You go to a restaurant, you're sharing your salad. You go somewhere, Brooke and I went to dinner 2 nights ago, because I come here often. We had a Wagyu burger loaded with truffle fries and sweet potato wontons with some sort of drizzle going on. I'm all about the condiments. It was amazing. I told 3 people about them. They don't even live by the place. Okay? So we all do word of mouth advertising, but that restaurant's not sending me a thank you check. When I recommend my painter's not sending me a thank you check. When I recommend my landscaper and my pool guy, nobody's sending me a thank you check.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh, I'm hungry too, and we're going to eat again. I like to eat any time that I want. That's one more reason to build Arbonne.
All right. And really, what she's saying too, we all share things every day, and these are products.
Now, isn't it when you're doing the 30 days to healthy living, you only get 4, 5 meals? Very tiny portion sizes as well. And I think one of those meals is an actual meal, like actual food. Everything else was shakes and stuff. So, okay, whatever.
You are probably using energy drinks, greens powders. Maybe you're not though, maybe you want to. We can help you have the best. But if you are washing your hair, washing your face, washing your hands, washing your body, I hope every single one of you are doing those 4 things, you can replace your products with Arbonne's. They're cleaner, and you're buying those products anyway. Let Arbonne give you the best discount. Sephora, Target, they're not giving you a discount.
Arbonne products are so expensive that I believe the majority of people that are watching this, even if they want to, it would be a hard hit on them financially to actually start buying Arbonne products regularly. I think that it's just crazy expensive, in my opinion.
Shop through Arbonne, get your own website, you'll get the best discount. You shop through yourself, give yourself a sale. Everybody in your life is also using these types of products. So you can share with your mom, your dad, your neighbors, your friends. They're all washing your daughter. They're all washing their hands and their face, and they want to be healthier. They don't want bloating. They want better energy. These are products that we're all using and loving. So I think they're an easy sell because, again, nothing's easy, but these are products that everybody's using. And you can help people make an additional stream of income, which is really the most rewarding part. So I'm going to end this. Hope you all enjoy.
Bye, everybody.
We're going to drink our drinks. Thanks, Mom, for doing this with me. Love you.
Love you.
Well, I think we've heard enough. You guys, let me know your thoughts below. I'm sure I missed some things as they were talking. Like, Brooke talks very fast, so sometimes it's hard for me to catch everything that she says. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. And don't forget that you can support my channel if you would like to by subscribing to my channel and liking this video. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.